I want to warmly invite you to Growth Problems, my new 6-month business coaching and more program for you to stimulate the creation of growth problems instead of money problems. And I'm so excited about this because this is honestly the most comprehensive program that I have ever put together. And it's because I'm pretty determined to make sure that you have every single possible conversation and tool that you could possibly need to succeed for the rest of your life. I want to show you inside the program. But first, let's talk a little bit about the 3 things we struggle with when we're building anything. First thing we struggle with is confidence. The second thing we struggle with is not having the skills we need. And the third thing we struggle with is messy energy habits. One of the things I see people doing in business, because business requires you to get out of your comfort zone and basically be your own biggest fan, I see a lot of people waiting until they have this. Confidence is the belief in oneself that comes through experiencing repeated success or turning shitty things into great things repeatedly. Confidence comes through taking actions. So it never really works to wait for it because you're not just going to wake up one day and feel confident. You're going to feel confident as you start to show yourself that you can. The second thing of not having the skills needed, we basically run into this in terms of building anything new. We just literally don't have the skills. I never really wanted to do a program that was only access consciousness tools because you require the tools, but you also require some skills. And I don't see a lot of very skilled business builders out there. And I don't think it's our fault. I think we're doing the best we can with the tools and the time we have available, but the skills themselves can be taught. Now, of course, it's up to you to pick up the tools and go use them and create your reality. And there are things you need to know. I think that's important to address. Confidence is something you need that you gain through taking action, but not having the skills is like something easily remedied by learning new things. The third thing, which is messy energy habits, I think is the most under talked about thing ever. And to be honest with you, this is the thing that if you don't get stronger in, you will not succeed. Now, you've heard me speaking a lot lately about conscious creation. So if you put your attention on shit, you're going to get more shit. If you put your attention on what you are having as your reality in business and money and with your life, that grows. That's probably honestly your hardest job as an entrepreneur. These other 2 things, confidence, where you just start doing stuff and you start to just know that you can, that's with anything new. You start working out for the first time, or you learn a new language, or you move to a new country and you start learning the streets. Confidence builds. That's going to come for sure. You can learn new things, and you can learn new things with people. You can learn new things with product sales. You can learn new things with yourself. You can do that. Where you may not be successful is in your energy habits. If somebody's going to fail in business, this is where I see them fail. So the primary part of this program is to support new energy habits. Habits are things that you acquire over years that lead to putting attention on the stuff you don't want, which grows more of the stuff you don't want. And what we want to do is facilitate a different possibility. So you put these 3 elements together: willingness to build, learn, create, and all of a sudden you've got growth problems. So what's it going to take for you to have growth problems in your life and in your business? That's what I'm asking for you. You're welcome. Let's take a peek inside the program. This is your back end portal for the Growth Problems program. Now, this is the very first thing that you're going to see, especially if you open it up on a laptop. And as you can see down the side here, there is already so much in here. I have people that have joined already that are like, I am going to be in the bonus materials for the next 2 years. And I'm like, I know, there's too much shit in here. You can already see that we're ready for you. Every single month you have 2 live calls with me, and your Zoom details are right in here. In fact, the other thing that's going to live in here are the link to your recordings. So we want to make sure that you have live calls with me and that those live calls are recorded so that you can listen to them after, because trust me, you're going to need that. The other thing that I'm doing as a live element of this, which I really think differentiates this business program from a lot of other business programs on the market, there's also going to be a Voxer group for daily support. It's more of a walkie-talkie app. So the target is that you can ask your questions and get real-time support in the moment between calls as you're creating. So this is really cool. But that's not all. The other features of the program are a conscious creation toolkit. This is the exact energy pull that I'm using every single day in my own life. I don't even know how many times my income's gone up since I've used it. I want to say 6 again. Like, my income when I choose this goes up because I'm engaging again. This is the backbone of your daily practice. There's questions that you use every day, an energy pull that you use every day, a clearing loop that you run at night, and honestly, I just added 5 more. So I can't stop creating. I'm addicted. So you're going to get to benefit. This right here, I'm building as we speak. I called this the $1 Million Self-Facilitation Mini Course because you remember how I talked about messy energy habits, and those are the thing that we're doing that we're not paying enough attention to. There's too many of us out there right now teaching strategies and formulas on growth in your business. You can learn all of that stuff, and I am going to teach you some of that stuff. What nobody is teaching except for Access Consciousness, what nobody's doing is empowering you to know that you know and giving you access to the tools in the moment that will interrupt your insanity. And yes, you get insane. If you are doing money problems, that's insanity. If you're doing business problems, that's insanity. How do you interrupt yourself? What are some of the self-facilitation techniques that you can use to interrupt your own insanity? That's why I call this the $1 Million Self-Facilitation Mini Course, because it's going to have very specific energies attached to the technique that you can use. I don't fuck around. I don't fuck around with growth. I don't think you should either. You can generate more than $1 million if you choose to be with you and generate possibilities instead of insanity. This right here is my must-have business gear and courses. I'm assembling the links to all the different things that I use that allow my business to flourish, and I want you to have them all. They are the things that I think are the best tools on the market, and that's after 10 years working on this and trying all the shit. Then we get into the bonuses. There's 4 of those. Financial targets are one of the tools that you can use to stimulate financial growth in your business. They're not the only tool, and they don't work for everybody, but they have worked for me over the years. This is a training and a template for your financial clarity. If you don't get clear on your finances, your business can't grow. So this is an absolute essential to your business growing. I'm going to sell it in the shop for $500. This is so good. You get it as a part of this program. This I'm selling for $500. Why? Because building an offer is not just putting a title and a graphic together and a link and throwing it on Facebook. That is not how to build an offer. That is a piece of how to build an offer. An offer is something that you're offering people. If, for example, you facilitate the bars class, your offer is the offer to come to the class. So that's a much simpler offer than some other offers, but there are many different types of offers. If you are a bars facilitator, for example, a bars class is just one of your possible offers. There's intros you can offer. There are packages of sessions you can offer. There are sessions with the class you can offer. You can package what you do in multiple ways and present them in multiple ways and invite to more consciousness. That includes money for you. So this training is essential and is going to be included. I have never released this before. This is all the different strategies that I use that stimulate sales. You don't have to love selling to be good at it. At its heart, selling is the practice of making it easy for people to pay you. That's it. This is going to have strategies that I have only ever shared with my high-end clients. I know everybody says that, but it's actually true. The strategies that I use in my business that really work to stimulate sales Putting products in your web shop is not enough for them to sell. You have to create sales events around your product. So I'm going to show you how I do that. I'm going to give you all the different strategies that I have found to be very effective that use the way people function to create more possibilities and to create more sales. This right here, this Ultimate Access Consciousness Business Arsenal, that's not just clever titling. That's true. This class has actually been in my shop for probably over 4 years and has sold a fraction of what I think it should. I kept looking at it going, I think I need to retitle this. Like, what is this called? Because I'm like, people don't get what's inside of here. This is 28 days of the most comprehensive collection of Access Consciousness business tools that you've ever heard in your life. You need this. This is included. And that's not all. There's 2 more limited time bonuses. And I'm saying limited time because these are going to change all the time. This Mastering the Inner Game of Money is my own private collection. I went into all the money classes I've ever done, and I've done a lot of money classes, and I picked the best ones, the ones that I think are so essential to your growth and abundance and success. This is a lot of classes. So that's included. This 8-week Real Alchemy was an incredible class that I did on creating short form content. Short form content is a life force of its own. It's a skill set, it's a mindset, it's something that you need to practice and grow. If you have stuff coming up around visibility, that has all kinds of tools around that. We go into the how-to, like what are the actual nitty-gritties of getting great at short form content. By the way, Reels, short form content, shorts are the thing that these social media platforms are prioritizing. So if you're not doing it, you're literally missing out on a very easy growth possibility that is there for you naturally. You don't have to work for that. These platforms are already prioritizing that content. It's not that they have to be great, they just need to show you. Then the algorithms will work to your advantage and it will boost your visibility, which boosts people joining your email list, which we're going to learn something about and then we're going to work on over this next 6 months, and it boosts your income. Look, my hair went flat while I was talking to you about it. I'm so thrilled about this. I'm so proud of this. I am so excited for those of you that are going to join us. The limited time bonuses go away by the time we start the class. So if you want access to Mastering the Inner Game of Money and Real Alchemy, you have to join before Wednesday. If you don't care about those two and you know you're going to join, but you join after we start, the doors will be open until the next call. And all materials will be available for you in your library for as long as you are on your payment plan. If you stop early, those materials will go away. If you pay in full, you will not only keep all the materials in your library, but you will also receive the download links. What would it be like to spend the next 6 months of your life creating growth problems instead of money problems? I'll see you on the inside.